Welcome back, everybody, here to Mad Games Tycoon 2, as we are continuing on with our currently one-star game studio. Again, we're right now in 1982. We have some really good things brewing here at GoBotch Games, and hopefully we can keep all that going. As right now today, you see the financial profit for the year: $5,675,473. So things are moving in the right direction. We're currently working on polishing our next game, the last of our licensed, and that is Baffy 3. So hopefully this can be a huge success for us. We're going to really let this one flush out. Baffy 1 just took off the market. Look at that, profited over $2 million for us. Baffy 2 is even bigger, $4 million right now. So we got some really good stuff going overall for us, and that is speaking plainly here. So let's look at the market research. We do know that, let's go ahead and conduct new market research. I think today, if we can save up for it, is we know we've already got the workshop going, working on Hoops. That was our first ever arcade cabinet. That's up and moving. We may look at maybe trying to get another arcade cabinet up and about. We're working on right now researching sports games as well. So economic simulations now available as a new research. Interesting. So some good stuff happening here. Sports games getting closer to being done. Again, in here we have a lot of good melding of minds. We have a lot of, I think we have 3 legendary devs right now at this current point, and that's finished. So that just finished off. Let's go ahead and cancel this. So let's see. We know we can go ahead. At some point, I think support's going to be a big thing for us. So I think we just go ahead and start working on support. That way we can build our help with our fandom, because fans will send letters in and that will help. Again, we're going to keep working on Baffy right now. Baffy 3. We know right now the athletics and skill games or platformers is still popular. What's the research say here? Again, we just got the newest thing here. So again, right now, the next trend, following this trend, it ends in 66 weeks, will be racing games and birds, okay? And then unpopular games will be doctors and skill games. 94% of the target will still play on cabinets. And you see the market research, the personal computer is still popular, as well as the Atari 2600 and the Minivision. Less interest in these others as well. So some good stuff still coming out of there. I'm going to go ahead and have them do a marketing campaign right now for Baffy 3 that's in development. Spend 500,000 on that and see how that goes for us, just to kind of really help flesh this game out. And I think as soon as they're done working on the quality assurance here, we're going to publish this game. So we're taking a little bit more time than we normally would. Still not profiting on Hoops. Curious to see if that's going to change. We need to be profiting on that. That's not very reassuring at all. We need that to change. Man, the profit on Baffy 2 is outrageous. $5 million right now. It's insane. So they're working hard at this. We are 85%. Come on, finish that up for me. Support's close to being done on research. What was that? What was that? What was that? I guess somebody just got paid. Okay. That sound scared me. All right, we're done. Let's go ahead. So this game is super hype for us. This is a puzzler. Data West seems like the best possible choice for us right now. So we're going to pick Data West, and let's see how we did, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, best game we've ever created. 88% hit for us, ladies and gentlemen. Massive hit for us here. We have now moved up to a small game developer, baby. So we're moving in the right direction. Let's go ahead and do a game report on Baffy 3, see what that's all about. And while y'all sit here, let's work on a commissioned work for a little bit of time, just to get some extra income. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Baffy 3 is going to be huge for us. I'm wondering if there's a chance, if there's any way we can bring some of these games to the arcade. So we already have them made. Can we bring them over to an arcade, potentially? Let's look. So port a game. Baffy 3 to an arcade cabinet. So I can. Awesome. I'm going to call this one Baffy 3 Arcade. And leave everything as is. Platform will be the arcade. Enable that. Everything looks good there. Leave all this as is. More beginner friendly, I think was the feedback I already saw. Let me make sure. So let's check our notes on Baffy 3. What did the fan... More beginner friendly. Too much for casuals. Okay, so let's pin that. So, more beginner friendly. It won't let me change any of this, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just enable everything we can. And then go. So, Baffy 3 Arcade Edition. We're going to get that rolling. And boom. So that's going to be a huge hit for us, I think. Looking at gameplay features, we want to knock these out. Okay, day-night cycle, light gun support, skill trees, and tutorials. Let's get all of that hammered out. That's going to be big for us. Baffy 2, off the market, profited $5 million. Woo! You love to see it. You love to see it. Over here, we're still doing our marketing campaign on Baffy 3. We're still public. Okay, we're now finally, we're not profitable yet, but hopefully this Hoops does better and better. I'm hoping this cabinet will do well. So we have 62 bucks. Let's continue the development for Baffy 3 Arcade Edition. And then we may have to have a secondary department. Or right now we have Hoops being constructed. Let's send this, and Hoops. I have no consoles. Okay. We gained 2,798 fans, so we need to probably... Yep, it needs to happen. So we're going to make a room for our support first. We have the bathroom. Support. Where do I want to put you? Probably right here. No, I hate that. That's awful. Let's first do our workshop. I'm just going to build another small workshop. Probably about like that. Build the door here. That will do. 2 desks is all I really need in here. I don't need too much more for the sake of what we're doing. Put that there. Medical cabinet, water dispenser, radiator, and then a little bit of decor, shall we? Hopefully we're getting to the point where we're about to get some awards, because again, that's going to be a nice thing to start being able to pub around our location here. People love seeing that, right? All right, so that's good. Now we can hire 2 more people for this. So, game tester, graphic artist. What do we have here? Let's see. Let's get a... Game testers are good. Technician, actually. Technicians. Technician and another technician. Hire. Boom. You 2 are going to work there. And y'all are about to start as soon as we're done with this game. You're going to be making that game. Now, I also want to get the support room up and going, which we will build on right here. And we're just going to have this be like an elongated, weird kind of room. We'll see how that works. What's this? What's the issue here? Fails the minimum. Oh, crap. Okay. So, my bad on that. Let's just, 3x3. Well, that kind of stinks. We just kind of got a weird location here. I guess I can expand that room. That's going to bother me a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But we're just going to have to deal with it, I guess, at this current juncture. I have a support room just kind of added on right there. Whatever. Can't do that either. What's the problem with that? Not all rooms are accessible. Well, that sucks. So we have a weirdly situated spot right now. So let me go to this room. Okay. Can I just click on this room and go to move room? Yeah, I can move it over. Can I do the same with you? What's the issue here? All right, there we go. Let's click on this, go to move room, and have that right there. Now, what's that gonna do? Anything crazy? Oops. Oh, I want that moved. Here. All right, so now let's get this. Let's rotate it. Move room. Right here. That creates a little bit of space here, but not a ton. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. So now we can go support. 3x3 is all it requires, right? Well, that's all we're going to get for right now. Not a very great support room. Actually pretty terrible, to be honest. I mean, it can only fit one desk. But for right now, that's going to just have to do. It's just going to have to. Trash bin, we'll put one in the hallway here. We'll put a radiator in there just so you can stay cozy. And put in a few posters for your inspiration here. Okay, that's going to do. In the corridor here, we need to make sure we have... Corridor, where's this out at? Corridor. All right, we got to make sure we have a cleaner in this area here somewhere. Trash bin we already have. We already have that. Radiator. Let's just get a radiator in here somewhere. And then a few carpets, something like this, just to have some decor. All right, now in here for this, we need to make sure we have hired a office worker that's not a bad tester for us. So office worker, here we go. That will work. We got one office worker in there. All right, guys, so here's what this is going to look like. So with office workers, you can manage fan shop, start a fan campaign, or customer support. So let's do customer support. We have 485 questions. Calls are chargeable, $2. Oh, interesting. Let's do that. Let's charge a little money for these calls. That may make people mad, but you know what? I don't really care. Getting closer on this game to being finished, and then we can get that arcade pushed out. They are done with it, so let's go ahead and get the engine features upgraded. Stay on top of those engine upgrades. What do we got going over here? Still doing the thing. Let's do special marketing here for hoops. Actually, let's do it for the arcade. And let's create overhype. $200,000. Create some overhype for this arcade. Build the hype. All right, let's get it going. Let's get this published. Self-distribute. Okay, we're gonna roll with it. And we've ported a game officially. Our first ever port. And again, it's a hit. So we have 2 hits now, ongoing, massive. Again, let's get that going. Cancel task. I want to make sure this is automated. Get all those 3 going for us. And now you guys are about to produce Daffy Arcades. Real estate crash, 50%, minus 50% building price. Real estate, okay. So does that mean all these are cheap now? 26 million for that building. Next door to us, 2 million. Dude, nab it now. I just got to. You know, you see a deal like that, you got to buy it. 3 million, we can afford it, but I'm not going to do it right now. 2.5 million. How long is that going to last us, man? Because I'm almost tempted to just buy up some more buildings, but I don't want to waste our money. So I'm gonna hang on for a little bit. That's going to be happening for a little bit longer, so let's just keep an eye on that. But that's pretty big for us, as a matter of fact. Okay, now, we need to start looking at our next game. We're done with the Baffy IP, as it is right now. So we need to look at a new console game. And I could look at another license here. So you look at licenses. The biggest one available right now in terms of popularity is Asia's Cup. Del Canto, Dan 2, Jack Bond from France with Love, Woman of Wonders, The Sixth Element. I'm loving some of these. You can already tell what the inspiration is here. So this is a platformer. Dan 2. The Blue Eagle's also a platformer. 5 game license. Wow. Let's go with Dan 2. Dan 2. Let's do it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it called Dan 2. We're gonna make it a B+ title. It's gonna be a platformer. It's gonna be a platformer about athletics. If that's not popular right now though. What is popular? What's market? I mean, do we know what's really going? Dan 2. So, I don't know. It's so interesting here. Let's go with Dan 2 being about a platformer about pets. And a subgenre for this will be a platformer. I'm not gonna do another one. Let's do a subtopic. Pets and let's do superheroes. Superhero pets. Dan 2. Whatever. So sports are not popular with that. I wonder if we can connect with Dan 2 working with strategy, potentially role-playing. Let's try role-playing with it. Platformer. It's also role-playing. Let's see if there's any new engines. There is a new engine, $30,000 engine. So the best engine around right now is, looks like this one. The X-Work engine. Looks pretty solid. Works really well with some of these things. I'm actually going to stick with this because it's working best for... No, we're good. We're good. Let's work with what's best. Is there any new dev kits we need to pay attention to? Currently, no. None of these are must-haves right now, even though I do think we got to watch out for the Nintendo system. That's going to be something I'm going to actually buy it so we have it. Because I think that's going to be something we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on soon. We're going to worry about the personal computer, the Qatari, and of course the Mini Vision. I could, let's see, let's go ahead and enable all this, buy copy protection for the Save 2. So we got Save 2. All right, we're going to go ahead and make sure we have everything there enabled that we need. We're going to leave everything the same. We're not changing any of this. Enable every feature we have here. And as far as gameplay feature, in-app purchases, we do not have that. So we can't do any in-app purchases. At least one engine feature has a higher technology level than the selected platform. Interesting. Really? Could I also do the Nintendo then? Okay, so what's the technology? That's... I'm curious. Well, maybe I need to work off of a different engine then. Let's just go back down to this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So we got that working. We're going to go ahead and improve Dan 2's gameplay with everything. While that's happening, they're still working on customer service. We're going to get this special campaign working on a TV. Oh, we're negative in the money now. What just happened? Okay, well, that kind of hurts a little bit. Baffy 3 is going to get a little pub. We went from rich, filthy rich to poor. I can only think that it's going to go up. I'm not concerned about that. We're going to make money. Hoops is still not positive, though, which is kind of a concern, to be honest with you guys. We're going to stick with it, though. Because, again, that platform is clutch. It's big. We do have this new building here, which is nice. We'll save that. We're probably going to make this our sound studio and graphic studio, which is going to be something we will be looking at. We're going to get 8-bit sound research. I want to make an engine that we can sell, too. So that's something I want to keep in mind. Let's look at the charts. I'm curious where we're at now for our weekly chart. So we're number 1 on the weekly chart with Baffy 3. Best of all time, the 7th best rated game of all time. Huge. All-time charts, 2nd. 13th and climbing. So we got some hits on our hands. And the little studio that could here with GoBotch Games is proving people wrong. So good stuff happening. Let's keep in. We just created that. That's really nice. Okay, let's see. Let's do a marketing campaign again. Let's do this one for the arcade cabinet. Radio. Boom. Go. Is customer support still happening now? He's taking his sweet time on that. Alright. Making it work. We're making it work. $38,000 away now for Hoops to become profitable. Baffy. Oh, here we go. Please tell me we're getting an award. Please. Dude, Nintendo's going nuts. Okay, well, we didn't do anything. Nintendo dominated the award season, and I'm very disappointed that we didn't get it with Baffy 3. Thought this was the year. Maybe, but just fell short, fell short. I would like to have known who's the runner-up in those situations, but it is what it is. So we're already making money back. We got the hype train rolling already. Let's do a special marketing for, let's do a Dan 2 demo. Let's get that going out to the public. And then by that time here, we should be about done with the graphics. So we got a +5 hype for the demo. Didn't profit this year because, of course, we spent a ton of money on licensing products. And yeah, so we did a lot of expansion stuff. Forward thinking is where we're at right now. So we're okay there. The Macintosh is now released as a new platform. Intriguing. New engine. So we're staying on top of the engine. Get everything we can research as soon as possible. Finish this up. All right, that's done. All right, let's go ahead and finish development for this. Let's see who wants platformers. Anybody? No? Okay, then we're gonna go for Data West because they've been our go-tos. And let's see how this game did, just being what it was. So it's still a decent game, 66%, Dan 2. Not the best, but we're about to go do some game reports on it, and we're going to find out exactly what happened with it, right? So get those things done. Yeah. Working on that. Customer support's happening. Market research, we're going to do some more, just in case. Oh boy. And again, we're getting... we're a good spot there. Dan 2 now moving up in sales. Up to #1 on the charts right now for this week. The Baffy 3 arcade is profitable. Nice. Good happenings. Okay, let's see what happened with this game report. Game report for Dan 2. All right, so we hit on several things. We hit on pets and superheroes. 25 all is where we're at. Suitable subgenre is action. 5, 5, 5. So we actually got some hits. We got some hits on Dan 2. So we're going to let that sit for a smidge here. Do one more commissioned work, please. Do this one. And then I think we're going to try to make the sequel to it and see how that does. Because, again, we want to use that license that we have right now. So let's go ahead and develop a sequel for Dan 2. We're going to put this one on a platform. This one's going to be called Dan 2 The Repeat. Suitable subgenres action. We're going to put this on, again, looking at dev kits, looking at market shares. The arcade is growing. Let's buy it. Got to keep an eye on the Macintosh coming up as well. I'm going to buy that just so we're ready. And let's see where we're at. So right now, the personal computer's still the best. Then the Atari. The Nintendo's growing, though. So I'm gonna hit all 4 of those platforms then, just to be safe. Level 4, that's all good. Okay, so we know, let's port this in. We know for the last game, market research, or not that. Dan 2, game length, beginner friendliness, level design, and core gamers is all set. So game length, let's turn up this, let's turn that down. Actually, let's make sure. Friendliness is good. Innovation. Okay, innovation needs to change then. So innovation, we're going to go down 1. Level design's the only one that stays the same. And core gamer stays the same. So let's make this a slightly more childlike and a little bit easier. And what I say it was, story stays the same? No, it's level design. Okay, level design. So level design will stay. We're going to go story down, character design up, movie down. All right, we'll do that. We're going to do that and see where we're at with it. We're going to also make it for teenagers and see if that hits. And yeah, I think we're okay. So let's do it. Let's get this game pumping out. Let's get some improved gameplay for Dan 2 The Repeat. And let's see what happens. Okay, so Hoops is about to go off the market here. We are about done with Hoops. So I'm about to actually cancel that and go straight into producing for Baffy. Y'all can both make it. I want you to do special marketing out here for Dan 2 and do... Actually, do this for the repeat. Let's do a press release plus 17. Sweet. So we got that going. All right. All right, all right. Kremlin's a new people. Okay, so we got some new stuff being developed here. Man, always forward moving right now. Hoops, we're actually going to take off now that we're not producing that anymore. That's finished. Good. Let's go to... One more time, let's go to this. Again, I'm trying to stay on top of all of these new engine features because that's going to be the next thing we do after Dan 2 the repeat. We're going to make our brand new engine and hope that it all works out. Really, really hoping it does. Okay, we got this going. We got lots of new gameplay features continuing on. Let's keep development going right now for Dan 2 the repeat. Baffy 3 arcade doing quite well. Baffy 3 still doing very well. All right, Dan 2 the repeat got a plus 3% on previews. Nice. That's good. That's good news. So some good things coming out of that. What else can we do? Can we do a Dan the repeat? Let's go ahead and do a radio ad for this. Trying to hype this game up as best we can. Get those ads taken care, or the bugs taken care of. We got 22 bugs. Gosh, every time there's just so much stuff coming out. Light gun support, Qatari ST now. So much is happening. It's almost overwhelming. Almost overwhelming at times. Now, and that's doing so well. And we're growing as a platform and a product. Let's let this finish up. Okay. Let's do a large booth. Let's show off the arcade, Dan 2 and Dan 2 the repeat. We don't have a console yet. We're going to work on that eventually. Gain 3,000 fans. Hey. Hey, once this finishes up, it's at 80-something percent, 90-something percent. Finish. Boom. Okay, let's go into finish. Search. Platformer. Let's go. Keep going to Data West. Give you a hit. Give me another hit. A little better than the first one. Okay, so we're not going to learn a ton from that. Let's go ahead and create another published report. For that, y'all work on those. Now, another engine feature. God bless. Okay, I want y'all right now to focus on... honestly, I'd like for y'all to focus on a graphics studio first. Costs $500,000, but I think it's going to be important to us. Y'all are doing your thing. You're doing customer support still. Let me look at this. Are we good? Are we good on customer support? We are. That's set. Great. Let's do a fan campaign. 200,000 game convention. Let's do it. Build the hype. Dan 2 the repeat. Let's go ahead and publish a demo for it, I guess. I don't know. People can try it out, I guess. Okay, let's see what the report says. So the repeat, we hit the first core area here. Still nothing for... Okay, so we got level design down. We have that. We just have nothing else right now. So again, we're waiting on the next... our last one for that, because we're going to make a new engine. So let's go ahead and develop an engine. Go Botch Unleashed is the name of the engine. All right, so this engine here, enable all. Special genre. Again, we predicted what was going to be coming forward. It was going to be I guess puzzles. So we could say this will be for puzzle games, and it's going to be really, really good for the personal computer. We're going to sell it for about $10,000 and profit share 2%. We'll see. Develop that. Can you help improve that, like, at all? No. Can you help? What can you help do right now? I got plus 13 hype. Nice. So you can't do really anything right now. I guess you can... Nothing. Okay, you chilling then. You chilling right now then, while we make our engine. Okay, market research. Show me what's next. Show me what's coming up. Alright, Dan 2 the repeat is too easy. Too easy, huh? Dan 2 is about to go off the market. It's dying out quick. Did not do super hot for us. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's get this engine finished, and we're going to see what happens here. X-Work Engine 2 just came out. Great. Fantastic. That's another engine for us to compete with. But GoBotch Unleashed is about to be unleashed on this market, and I hope it's killer. I hope it's amazing. So let's see here. So what do we do here? Let's go ahead and develop our last game for the Dan to the end. Everything else stays the same. Right, we're using this engine. And we're going to make sure we're using our engine, GoBotch Unleashed, which should be clutch for the personal computer, the Nintendo, the Qatari, and the Minivision. If there's another dev kit we need, we'll have to get it later. All right, that's good. Do all of that. Enabled. What do we need here? Let's buy the new one. Yep, buy the new copyright protections. Okay, oof. Let's get the fan letter stuff for Dan 2. I want to pen these. So it says it's too easy. We'll make it harder then. Teenager still, if you do that, I guess. We'll see. With more depth. So let's go higher on the depth. What else do we have for Dan 2? Just straight up here. So, more depth, more innovation. Okay. Too much violence. Okay. So more depth and more innovation. So let's take the length down and the beginner friendliness down. No, that needs to stay, doesn't it? No. Can't remember now. Let me look at my... Yeah, beginner friendliness stays. Okay. Oh boy. Beginner friendliness stays. We can take the character design here. Mission design. And let's go innovation up higher. Alright. Let's go with that. We changed that. We have all the features enabled. Boom. Oh my gosh. This engine has too much goodness. So let's just take it down a notch, I guess. Can you do it now? Nope. Alright, what's the thing holding us back? We good now? Okay. So that's gonna get going. Let's improve bug fixing and let's actually get the QA stuff going really good for that. While that's happening, let's make sure the games convention's coming along. We'll do a special marketing for Dan to the end for the radio. Arcade's still doing its thing. Dan 2 is about to go off the market. So again, we may have just missed out on this game's heyday. We'll see. We'll see. But we got to get it out. We got to see if we can make it work. We got to get it out there. Graphic Studio's coming along. That's going to be the next big investment that probably leads us to the next... this next building next door. More innovation. We added 2 new... So we may have just made a much better game because we added 2 to innovation. Now it has 7. Qatari 5200's off the market now. Curious how our sales are doing for our engine. Can we see that? Like engines? How's this doing? So sales right now is 9,000, turnovers $499,000. We sold 12 license for this. 12 games use it. Nice. Right now, this game has no games using it, but that's okay. We just got it out there, so it may not be available yet, too, because some of the tech is not there yet, obviously, with the current marketplace. A lot of the consoles and the PC, we can't even use it. So it is what it is. All right, so we just got the graphics studio researched. I want to go ahead and start working on the sound as well, because that's what this building next door will be for the next video. But ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to wrap things up for us today as we end our year-end awards to see if anything comes to us. Doesn't look like it is. So another year without awards. But ladies and gentlemen, the studio's growing. We're making some money now. We've had some big hits. But I need your ideas for the future of this game studio and what we can do to become even bigger and better as the studio will expand to a sound and graphics studio, amongst other things. But I want your feedback. Comment down below. Stay safe. God bless to each of you, and we'll catch you back here in the next one.